Hello, Cupcakes. It's New Comic Book Day, and I have a massive stack of books. I missed the New Comic Book Day last week because I just had like 3 books and I didn't wish to go. So, yeah, but this week I have it's a major, it's a very heavy week. So, without any further ado, let's get on with it. Alright, guys, let's get on with it. The first book and the biggest book of the week is Absolute Catwoman, and this is by Che Grayson, and the art is by Bengal. So, Che Grayson, never heard of her before. She's doing a lot of social media recently when this book was coming up, and this book is amazing. I think she's a good author, right? And then the other one is Bengal. Bengal, I thought was like it sounded like an Indian name. Turns out he's a French artist, and his art is sublime. So got 2 covers. This is a Sozomaika cover, and this one is the Kyle Carr Andrews cover. So yeah. So how's the story? How's the action? How's the internal artwork? It is pretty fabulous. So if you see this, so basically it's all about Selina Kyle, the Absolute Universe version of Selina Kyle, and she's Cuban. And what is basically the story about is it takes place in London, UK, where she has like an apartment and stuff. And there are these bunch of people dressed as regular Catwoman who come to steal something from her place, right? And there's like a whole, and there's a big action sequence about her chasing them, and that's the whole story. And and at the same time there are flashbacks thrown in to the mix, which gives you her backstory, right? But the main story is about these evil Catwomen who break into her place, and they're trying to steal her stuff, rile her up, right? And so she basically fights them all and chases them, and there's a big action set piece where you have like some of these eras from her past thrown in, glimpses from her past thrown in, right? So again, I love the story. Che Grayson, I thought that this is another Absolute title. How will it be? Like, I had my doubts, but yeah, Che Grayson dispels all of them, and Bengal artwork is fire. So if you look at this particular panel, for instance, so you see how kinetic the artwork is. So she basically kicks this dude, and she has got her nano tail, and she gets this this light holder down, and she knocks the other person. Then she grabs the gun, and then she shoots this person. So it's very fluid. The artwork is amazing, right? So there's a lot of you can see like the dynamism in the artwork, and so that's where Bengal exceeds. And at the same time, the story is pretty good too. So right, it's like I said, it's an action sequence. So Selena is trying to figure out, like, she's basically on the verge of retirement, and then somebody wants to bring her back, right? So these Catwomen are probably from the Calico gang, and they're trying to take her out. So so again, there are some surprises in this, some first appearances of new DC Absolute Universe characters. I'm not going to spoil them for you. Again, I just wanted to like give you a little bit more on the artwork, because Bengal is drawing probably. I did not know that Bengal did the Rick Remender book Napalm Lullaby, on which the artwork was amazing, right? I didn't like the story that much, but then the artwork was fire on it. And then this is the next. So I was trying to remember, like, where have I seen Bengal's work before? And that's where I saw him before. So if you see, this is another example of the same, like the fluidity of the artwork. So if you see, like, Selena Kyle, this is her stepdad, and then she comes out, she climbs onto this pipe, then she's here, and then she jumps on, and it's just kinetic, right? It just moves one after the other, and you can see that this is only like the work of a talented artist, right? So but anyway, guys, that's the review of Absolute Catwoman issue number 1. I really enjoyed it. It's a 10 on 10 in my book, right? I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna pull this now, and it's another Absolute title, and I get 2 super awesome covers, so what's not to like? Okay, let's move on. The other banger of the week is basically this one. This is Mobile Armored Strike Command. This is a cartoon from the 80s, which is now when Skybound acquired the Energon universe, so they got all the properties. So they got Transformers, G.I. Joe, and they've got Mask now, and they also have ROM Space Knight, right? And along with their original title Void Rivals, this is the complete Energon universe, right? So this is the J. Scott Campbell cover, and this is written by Dan Waters and art is by Piper. right? So again, you've got two teams here, similar to what GI Joe is. You've got Mask, which is Mobile Armored Strike Command, and you've got Venomous Evil Network of Mayhem. I've mentioned this before in my videos. So they are fighting each other, right? So Miles Mayhem is like the Cobra Commander of that. Matt Tracker is like the Duke of the good guys, right? So it's good guys versus bad guys, and they have all these cool vehicles: the Thunderhawk, the Switchblade, the Rhino, and they've got a team of like, it's basically vehicle on vehicle action. And it was an old cartoon series from the 80s. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. Like, if you do, then this book is totally for you. So again, like I said, the vehicular action, the artwork by Piper is sublime, and he did a book called Petrolhead before this with Rob Williams for Image Comics, and that was just like a death race kind of a comic, and he gets it. He knows how to draw vehicles. He knows how to draw like vehicular action and stuff. So what they did is, so this is issue 1. So issue 1 is basically Matt Tracker being captured, trying to escape the military, and being captured by General Flag and being interrogated. And meanwhile, your bad guy Miles Mayhem, he's also investigating, interrogating like these bunch of scientists, and the idea is that there is like an alien device which creates like wormholes and stuff, and he's trying to get his hands on it. So that's what the whole issue 1 is all about. I really enjoyed it. I loved it. This is, like I said, this is a J. Scott Campbell cover, right? Mask issue 1. But that's not the end of it, because they had a blind bag for this, right? So like Skybound did like a blind bag for it. I unboxed it. The videos you can find on my Instagram page, right? That's again cupcakes_comics_reviews. This one from the blind bag, I got issue 2, an early sneak peek access of issue 2, right? So now I have issue 1 and issue 2, and this is like a foil variant for issue 2. Even Piper, who I spoke to on Instagram today, did not know that they were going to do this red edition of this book. But yeah, now I have it, and a lot of people. So from the blind bags, there is an origin issue. So there is a issue 0 of Mask, which is written by Robert Kirkman, and Joshua Williamson. So a lot of people got that. Some people got ROM Space Knight issue 1, because they're going to throw in ROM as well into the Energon universe. So you've got like 5 core titles now. So you've got your Transformers, GI Joe, Mask, and Void Rivals, and ROM Space Knight going forward into the Energon universe. And they've been killing it. So now I have issue 2. So I read issue 2 as well, right? So issue 2 is follows up what happened in issue 1. It's basically again, now Miles Mayhem has acquired this wormhole device, and basically it's him trying to transport it. But the Mask team, they come in and they try to intervene, and they want to stop him. So that's what the whole issue is. I have to say issue 2 was 10 times better than issue 1. Like, it took the story to a next level, and it's more action packed. Issue 1 has action, but 2 was better in terms of like action, and it moves at a breakneck pace, and the stakes are super high also. So as I said, this is the high-tech helicopter, because Mask is all about the vehicles and stuff, and this is the ultra rare advanced edition, so I was super glad to have it. But that, guys, is Mask issue number 2 for you. Okay, next from DC, we've got Supergirl issue number 14. This is by Sophie Campbell and Tamara Bonvillain. I'll be honest, I'm not pulling Supergirl. I pulled like the first issue, Lisa Lar and all. It was good, but then I purely bought this for the cover because of the movies coming in. So this is a Jim Lee exclusive cover, right? That's the reason why I just pulled this one. The story is basically about Supergirl ends up in Kandor, and and she's working with Lisa Lar and a couple of the Kandorian inhabitants. So I'll show you a little bit of the artwork. I'm not fully sure on what the entirety of the story is, but yeah, but the artwork looks still fine. So it's the Sophie Campbell style of art, and again, Tamara Bonvillain is a great colorist, right? So I was not pulling this just not because I didn't like it, it's just because I was pulling too many books at the time, so this didn't make the cut, right? So I had to cancel some. So yeah, but yeah, at some point of time I'll probably check this all out in trades. The action is the art style is still very fluid, right? The colors pop, right? And it's got a little bit of a cartoony art style, right? So yeah, but overall, like it is a Supergirl story, and I bought it for the cover. But that's Supergirl issue number 14 for you guys. All right, and next book is a book from last week. This is Dead Man issue number 1. This is W. Maxwell print, Martin Morazzo, the same team from Ice Cream Man, and Superman, the Superman book they did recently with DC. So this is their first next level book. This is Dead Man, Boston brand. Again, this is like a character piece, right? So every next level book has been different, right? So Deathstroke has been an action movie. Lobo has been a little bit of like a comedy, right? A satire, and Firestorm has been completely something different, right? It's more thriller and mystery and sci-fi. And this one is more of a character study, right? It's more of a haunting tale, right? It's more of a tragic tale of this guy Boston Brand. So Boston Brand, if you didn't know, was again he was this is an older character created by Neil Adams. So he's an acrobat just like Dick Grayson, and basically somebody murders him, and he's stuck in his costume. This is his costume. This is OG costume, and he's resurrected by the god Ramakrishna, who's basically an Hindu adjacent god. And now he's a ghost, and he can possess spirits and bodies, and it's about his adventures. So in this book, he's portrayed as Ramakrishna. The same thing happens. What is there in the from his origin story? The only difference is now Ramakrishna has given him like a task, and the task is like all these people who are like dead or dying. Boston is the one who guides their spirit to the next realm, or he basically saves them if he feels like their time is not yet done, right? So he's got the power of judgment to save souls or kill souls, right? That's what is going on here. So there is an overarching arc, but basically this details Boston's journey throughout the day, right? Where he meets so many like these souls who are dying, and at the same time you have Boston going to this neighborhood where there are a lot of like these spirit creatures, like people who are like in purgatory. They cannot go to the next level and they cannot leave this one, so they're trapped as spirits, similar to what Boston State is. And so he meets a lot of these like I said, it's a character study, right? So again, what the overarching plot is, I still don't know, but you get a lot of small snippets from Martin Morazzo and W. Maxwell Prince about Boston's journey throughout the day, right? And the different characters he meets. And it's been a read, right? Like, so they're going to force you to read this, but I feel that this will read better as a trade. But I was engrossed in it, right? So of all the books I had this week, this took me the longest time to read. So yeah, but it was really good, right? So it was really awesome. But anyway, guys, this is Dead Man issue number 1. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I like Martin Morazzo's artwork, this whole different, unique style, and W. Maxwell Prince storytelling is at peak at this point. So yeah, that's DC Next Level, The Dead Man. Okay, probably got to move fast. So okay, this is Batman issue number 10. This is a Jorge Molina variant. This is also from last week. I just love the coloring and the dynamics on this, so that's the reason why I bought it. This continues from what happened in the last issue. So in the last particular issue, you had Vandal Savage exposing the Batman and exposing all the Batman's headquarters, secret stashes and all, the caves and everything, and basically declaring war on the Batman and coming to the media and saying that, okay, we've now have this initiative called Rat Out the Bat, where we are exposing all his hidden layouts in the city, within the city, and then we're exposing him and we're taking away his technology, right? So that is what is happening here. And so Batman has a mission. He's like, okay, so Vandal Savage has this all-out agenda on me, right? And I got to prove him wrong. And the whole story is about like, what does he do to prove him wrong, right? So yeah, again, I liked it. It was brilliant, right? Again, this is Jorge Jimenez on the artwork and Matt Fraction on the writing. This is a good team. This is a good Batman team. Like, I'm really enjoying this. I haven't followed all the issues, but I've read the first trade and then I just jumped in, and it was easy to follow, right? So I didn't feel at any point that I was lost or anything. But that's Batman issue number 10 for you guys. Okay, then the next one is one of my second favorite DC Next Level books. This is Fury of the Firestorm. This is by Jeff Lemire and Rob De La Torre on the artwork. This one is issue 1 was about Firestorm coming into the city, this small town, and like transmuting everything, right? The second issue focused on a lot of his backstory, like how he meets Professor Martin Stein and how Martin Stein is like, acts as a father figure to him, and how they meet and they bond, etc., etc. Now the issue 2 ends with the Justice League, coming and attacking Firestorm because he's transmuting the city. So you've got Wally West, you've got Kyle Rayner, you've got Supergirl, you've got Kara, Kendra Saunders as Hawkgirl, and they're all coming to fight him along with the Martian Manhunter. So the first few pages is just like Firestorm and showing like how capable he is, how powerful he is, and he takes them down like super easily, barely an inconvenience, right? So they're like, so that's the first few pages, and that is awesome. But the rest of the story also chronicles like, why did Martin Stein take like pity on on this one, Robbie Reynolds, and what was his goal? How did they form the Firestorm Matrix? What is wrong with the Firestorm? Why is he doing all these things? So all these questions get answered in part 3, and yeah, they do a very fantastic job, right? I don't want to show too much of it, but yeah, again, art style is amazing in this one, and this is, like I said, Deathstroke is still my favorite book from the new Next Level books, and this is my second favorite book, so I'm going to continue pulling it. And look at that awesome cover, man. This is a Tordnock cover, so yeah, I really love it. Kinetic, dynamic, everything. Okay, last DC book is Barbara Gordon Breakout, issue number 2. This is by Mariko Tamaki, and Nahuel Pan has done the artwork for this. Same as the issues as we found an issue of Batman 9. So Barbara Gordon Breakout issue 1. So Barbara Gordon she basically gives herself up, and and she's basically arrested by the police, and she's thrown into this prison. And why is because somebody's killing like inmates in this prison, and she wants to find out like why they're doing this. So yeah, so she basically so she's now there, and she's trying to investigate, right? And obviously she takes so there is a person, because it's all prison rules, right? So there is a gang lady called Dai. I think she and her gang basically assault her, and and then she's now in the hospital in issue 2. And yeah, the whole story is about like her surviving, and then people trying to make more attempts on her life. And at the same time, she meets this new character called Sparrow, and she's like, I'm here to help you, so I'm there to guide you, and I'll be your friend, etc. But she doesn't know whether to trust her or not, and that's what the whole book is about, right? I still like it. It's not one of my favorite books in the Next Level. I think this is I'm not sure if this is like an ongoing or it's just 6 issues for now, but it's been okay, right? I'm not like fully in love with this. There are some great moments wherein they throw in like the Joker and the flashbacks and all. That is nice in this. For example, this one, this is just like in her hallucinations, in her dreams. Those moments are nice, but again, like where is this going, right? That's the whole thing. So it's not boring to me yet, but then I'm not super excited to read this. I'll see. I got this for the Dan Mora cover because this is a wicked cover. This is an amazing cover, right? That's the reason why I got it. I'll still continue to pull this because I like Barbara Gordon and I like Tamaki, I guess. So yeah, we'll see. But this is Barbara Gordon Breakout issue number 2, guys. Okay, let's move on to Image Comics because we've got a lot of Image Comics. This first one is basically the movie adaptation of the Transformers movie. I did not know that they're going to do like a hardcover for this. I would have just bought that instead of this. But thank you Skybound for not telling me that earlier. So now this is basically the Marvel Comics adaptation of the movie, of the 80s movie. This is by Ralph Macchio and Don Perlin, right? They could have just included this in the Transformers Compendium, which I bought, but unfortunately not. They're trying to make a sale for this. Anyway, so yeah, again, it's the retelling. If you've seen the movie, then this is basically it. It's all about Unicron, who pops up, eats planets and stuff. Megatron becomes Galvatron, and Hot Rod is there, and spoiler alert, Optimus Prime dies. So yeah, so if you're familiar with it, it's basically the retelling of that. If you're not, this is the first time for you reading this, then yeah, you can pick it up in singles, or like I said, there's going to be a hardcover version for this, so you can just pick up that. So yeah, but anyway, this Transformers the movie issue number 1, guys. At least the covers are awesome. So this is Sean Murphy cover. So yeah, there you go. I can at least give you that. Okay, the next one is actually the Transformers issue number 33. This is by Robert Kirkman, and the art is by Jason Howard, and colors are by Mike Spicer. So this is so there are a couple of things that are happening here. This is on issue 33, right? I'm loving it. This is amazing, right? I've said that several times. So but now what is happening is you've got Elita 1, who's got the she's not Elita 1 anymore. She's got the power of the Prime, so she's Elita Prime. So she's in Cybertron, and she's dealing with the Decepticons there. Meanwhile, you've got Optimus Prime, who's on Earth, right? He is he's just Optimus now, and he doesn't have the power of a Prime anymore. So he's dealing with a lot of like, I am lesser now than before. I don't have all my energy. I don't have all my power, but I'm still trying to help. I still have to like, repel the Decepticons and all. So he's got RC, who's now a Magnus, right? She's RC Magnus. So she inherited powers from Ultra Magnus. So yeah, so he asks her, he consults her, he's been training with her, and that's what the whole story is about right now. That's where we are. And of course, something happens with the Decepticons at the end that I can't spoil, right? And it's a cool ending. Like the last page of this book is amazing, and yeah, it was like my jaw dropped, and yeah, it was is good, but mostly it's got like these heartfelt character moments between the Cybertronian Transformers and the Transformers on Earth. Yeah, and leading into that Decepticon mayhem at the end. But like I said, Jason Howard he has big shoes to fill after like Daniel Warren Johnson and Jorge Corona, and at the same time you've got Dan Mora on the artwork, right? So, and he's doing a quite good enough job, right? So the characters still feel the same. Like I don't feel like it's very jarring or it's completely different than tonally than the style of these other artists who came before him. So yeah, I'm still enjoying it. I'm still gonna pull this 33 issues in. I've been loving this, guys. All right, next we have Brett Bean, who's doing Dork, who's basically half dwarf and half orc. So we are on issue 5 of Dork. I'm still enjoying it. It's a fun little story about this guy, the Dork, and he is being chased by, in this world of Sunderain, and then everybody's like, after him because he supposedly, there is a prophecy that he's going to bring the end of the world. So everybody he meets is out there to kill him, right? So this is a small tale where he comes to this small town of Borsmere, and he's looking for this bone witch basically, just to so that she can kind of like tell him like about his origin and where he came from. And he's got 2 companions. So he's got a headless chicken and a talking shield, right? So he wants the witch to also cure the headless chicken because he has the body, and the chicken's head floats up like a soul. So he's want to fix that, and then at the same time he meets this kind of like, he's escaping some person, and he accidentally enters this shop of this soothsayer lady, and yeah, and he basically wants her to tell him about his future and all. So again, like it's a small it's a fun book, right? Doesn't take itself too seriously, and the artwork is sublime. So I'm kind of digging, I'm kind of liking it. This is a Daniel Warren Johnson cover too, so what's not to like, guys? So half dwarf, half orc, all Dork. Brett Bean, Dork issue number 5 for you guys. Okay, next we have Tigress Island by Patrick Kidlon and EPHK, right? This is a Brandon Gorham cover. So you do this and you get this, right? There you go. Yeah, I dug the cover, man. Brandon Gorham, you killed it on the cover. So again, what is this? This is basically, as I mentioned before, a bunch of women stranded on an island. They have to escape now, and they're on the run. Right, so this continues their journey, right? These are your bunch of women, right? And they're being hunted by this organization who kidnaps them and expects them to be sex slaves. So in this issue, they're trying to they're on the run on the island, and they meet this older actress who's also stranded there for 3 years and stuff. And there is a joke like, like, hey, without shampoo, you still look good without like shampoo and conditioner and all these things. So yeah, so it's not very hardcore, like it's very fun, like on the nose kind of an adventure, but there are character deaths in this that I did not expect, like like people from our main group, they kind of like you never know who's your favorite, and if they make it through the end of the issue or not, you really have to see, right? I had a favorite character. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that the ending of this book is not like very kind to her, so there you go. So yeah, it's an adventure book, right? The art of EPHK is amazing. It's phenomenal, right? And he's got a very, very unique art style. And you should read his other books, like The Harpy and Moritz Valinus, it's called. Those are 2 beautiful books. If you can get your hands on them, they're collected in trade paperbacks. You should also get this once it's collected in trade paperbacks. I don't know how many issues this is. This is 4 or 5 issues or 6 issues. But again, I'm digging it. I'm loving it. Great, amazing cover. Brandon Gorham, Tigress Island issue number 4, guys. Okay. Then we've got Rook Exodus issue number 10. This is Jeff Johns and Jason Fabok and Brad Anderson. The best book from the Ghost Machine imprint. So this is about this guy Rook, who's basically stranded on this planet, right, where the world engine has collapsed, and he's got the powers to control the artificial life on that planet. So that includes crows and everybody, or they're all called these wardens. All these wardens have an ability to control one or the other animal. So you've got this guy called Stag. I am Stag, and he can control like deer and stuff. So yeah, it's basically all these wardens. So in the last issue, we know that the world engine has doomed, and then Rook and Direwolf, his companion, they both need to take on a mission to restart the world engine. And the only person who can fix that world engine is Direwolf's father. So they're looking for Direwolf's father, and meanwhile they are also trapped in this arachnophobic kind of place, and at the same time they meet Stag, right? Is Stag good or bad or evil? Is he going to help them or not? You got to read to find out, right? But again, what works for this book is, of course, the Jason Fabok artwork. Like, the artwork is terrific, right? And it's amazing. And of course, it's Jeff John's story, right? So there's a lot more to this. The only thing that I don't like about this book is that this is issue 10, and we're in July. And then apparently they say that the issue 11 of this is going to come in September. And I'm like, wow, all the way in September, man. This, I can't show you the page because it's going to be a spoiler. But then they say that the next issue is going to be in September. Man, do something about it, because I hope that this is more like, I know that the artwork of Jason for Jason Fabok is like really detailed, so it takes him time to make all of this. But man, they should do something about, like, if this book was like dropped on a monthly basis at least, then it would be more exciting. But because it skips so many gaps between issues coming out, that I lose a little bit of steam in it. It's still one of the best books out there, like probably if you read it together as a trade paperback or something. But I'm still enjoying it. I'm still gonna pull it. But that's the only minor gripe I have, that if I wish that it comes sooner and the next issues come like more frequently as compared to like in September, right? So I remember the Green Day song, Wake Me Up When September Ends. Anyway, that is Rook Exodus for you guys. Still kicking ass, taking names. This is a variant, Invincible variant. So you've got Battle Beast here, and you've got Rook on his, reflection of the sword. Okay, then we've got one Dynamite book. This is Red Sonja, the Mike Ruth variant. So again, this is a new Red Sonja series kicked off by Rory McConnell. So basically, again, she's helping out a princess in need, right, Red Sonja, and then she is basically taking this princess away from her kingdom, where like that these intruders have come and they've taken over the entire kingdom, right? So she's trying to escape. So again, artwork is done by Pablo Di Boni, and artwork is fine, internal artwork. Of course, I bought it for the cover. That's the reason, because Mike Ruth is a friend and I will support him. Even if he draws like toilet paper on a toilet paper, like some spiders, I would frame it and send it to CGC for a 9.8 recommendation, because that's how much I love Mike and his work. But the story has been good. Like it's not on high gear yet. But this is one of those better Red Sonja stories, and I've read a lot of Red Sonja in the past. So again, so it's all about Red Sonja getting this girl, escaping out of town, going to this other place, rescuing her, and where she feels like she'll be safe, and things turn up, and it's not exactly as she expects it to be. So again, sword and sorcery adventure. If this is your thing, then please buy it. I really liked it, right? Again, try to support local artists like Mike Ruth and buy his covers. Red Sonja issue number 2 for you. And okay, last but not the least, we've got Black Cat. This is the Punisher Black Cat issue number 11 by G. Willow Wilson, featuring the Punisher. This is a Cafu variant, like it's homaging the Amazing Spider-Man cover. With the first appearance of the Punisher. So again, I just bought it for the cover. I have not been catching up on Black Cat, but I hear good things, so I'll probably read the trade or something. What this book is so you've got it's like a John Wick story wherein Frank Castle befriends this dog, and and Black Cat something happens because of which Black Cat, Punisher goes after Black Cat, right? And then there is a big confrontation between the two, blah blah blah. She's escaping, like she's trying, the mob is after her, and then yeah, there's a big confrontation, and that's what the whole book is about. G. Willow Wilson has been doing a fantastic job on Poison Ivy. This is okay, this is not bad, and I've never heard of this artist, Andre Genole, right? So but then their art was nice, their art was kinetic, dynamic. They nailed Frank Castle, they nailed all the looks of like Felicia Hardy. So yeah, will I pull the next book of this? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, overall I think this story was fun enough for me to read, right? So, and I basically bought it for the cover. So that's my last book, guys, for this week. It's been a long week, right? So a lot of books from this week and last week. The Energon Universe books were my favorite, right? So Mask issue 1, really happy to have that, and at the same time Absolute Catwoman was also kind of like, was good. But yeah, guys, that, as they say, is that. So many books, I read all of them. It's been crazy, I hope the next weeks are a little bit smaller, but if you stuck till the end, I thank you. I implore you to explore, give us a like and a comment, and at the same time, please support Cupcakes on Instagram page as well. Like, we have shorter form contents there, not these long form videos. So if you have the chance and an Instagram account, please go and support Cupcakes on Cupcakes Instagram page as well. But guys, thank you very much. I wish you all a pleasant week, and see you next week on the